Rebel Gaming Club, worst pickup. Welcome guys to another episode. I am your host Dan. This is a weekly pickup show of all sorts of media varieties. This week we got a lot of stuff to go through. And we got a special announcement, which I should probably just do right off the bat here. We are pretty much going to be changing the channel. I'm going to rebrand it is what's going to happen. You saw a couple weeks ago I brought Jordan and Ryan and Yesay back to kind of like put a bookend on it, you know. That was a good way to kind of see it out, because things have changed over here. Let's be honest guys, when it comes to video games and pop culture stuff that I've been collecting a lot of through the years, that stuff really in this area just isn't available anymore. With video games, you used to be able to find it either at the thrift store or you could go to GameStop even, right? And you'd be able to find used Wii games, last gen stuff. That stuff's over. And everyone's really hip to it these days, so it's time to switch it up. And what's going to happen is we're going to switch it up to, it's pretty much just going to be music. It's going to be collecting records, CDs, media like that, music-wise. And the Rebel Rock is pretty much going to take over the channel. And will there be occasional pickups if I ever find something? Probably. But what's going to happen is we're just going to be talking rock and roll music. Music in general, really. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So if you see it, it's going to change. I'm going to rebrand the whole thing. It's time to start from scratch. I feel like I've run this thing as far as I could, especially by myself these days, that there's no need for it anymore. You know what I mean? We got it all. So yeah, it's time to kind of move on, I think. But we do have a last episode of thrifting finds here, and we also have next week my buddy John sent another package, so we're gonna go through that as well, and then that's it. We're gonna rebrand. It's time to do it. I thought quite a bit about it, so yeah, I feel good about it. It's exciting. We're gonna start fresh. We're gonna start over and do something different over here. Speaking of doing something different, I've been on vacation all week and I watched two movies that I'm shocked I had never seen. The first one was called They Live, Roddy Piper, mid-80s classic John Carpenter film I had never seen. I don't know how that's possible, but it is possible. I watched it. I liked it. Was it the best movie? No, but it was fun. And I also watched another mid-80s movie that I'm ashamed to say I'd never seen. Say Anything with John Cusack. I had never seen that movie. I don't know how. It's right up my alley. So that was fun. I got to watch both of those and really enjoyed them. And I watched Shaggy Dog, the Disney movie from 1959 last night. So it's been a lot of classics on my vacation. I got a new record shelf to hold a bunch of records that I got coming my way. But we got some pickups. I'm gonna pull up the box right now. This is it. We found a couple pops. We found this. This is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I don't watch that show at all, but it's Agent Coulson. And we also snagged up, this one's cool, Black Widow. Those were $1.25 each. Snagged them up. Felt good about that. Especially the Black Widow one. I like that one. Went to my local media shop and was able to snag up the Tox box. Fantastic, guys. So this is a Toxic Avenger. Essentially part 1, 2, and 3 plus Toxic Crusaders, the movie as well. It's a 4-pack. I've had my eyes on this forever, but it's kind of pricey. Normally it's at least $40. I found this for $20. It just got traded in. Like I literally pulled it off the shelf as the trade was coming in. Fantastic. I remember watching those when I was in high school and just staying up real late It's like 2 in the morning and watching that and being like, what the fuck am I watching? So much fun. Found for $2.25, 360 controller. I always grab these. You can never have too many controllers. Found some DVDs. We got this Led Zeppelin. And this is live from 1970. There's live from 72, 73. It's a few concerts here. I'm definitely gonna... I've seen this before. I'm gonna watch it again. We found National Lampoon's TV, the movie, which has Steve-O and the Jackass guys in it. Looks fun. I've never seen it, but I'm fixing on watching it. Found some video games, which we know it never happens. We found SXX Tricky on the PS2. Star Wars Battlefront. Midnight Club 2, which I didn't have, so that's going right into the collection. Another one I did not have, Aliens vs. Predator on the PS2. That's a pricey game right there. That's not a cheap one. It's like a $40 game. Found a copy of Wii Sports Resort. Looks like that's it for the video games. As a kid, I always wanted, really bad, my cousin, I remember my older cousin had the Smurfs Village. He had like the houses, he had hundreds of figures. So I always wanted those. I don't have any in my collection. These are, I think, from the movie that got rebooted a couple years ago. But I found a Smurfette. We got Harmony. Papa Smurf. And Vanity Smurf. So that's gonna, it'll take care of the itch for a little bit. Eventually I will get some vintage ones, but there was a few others I left behind. Those are $1 a piece, so I felt good about that. Found a couple books. This was awesome. We found The Flame, Poems, Notebooks, Lyrics, Drawings from Leonard Cohen. You can see that. If you don't know Leonard Cohen, singer-songwriter, dates back to the 60s. Fantastic stuff. You probably know the song Hallelujah. That's been covered a million times over. He wrote it. I randomly saw this book on the shelf. It looks fun. We got a bunch of lyrics in here. Drawings. That's going right into the collection. Also found Michael Moore. Here Comes Trouble. I've loved Michael Moore. If you don't know who he is, he's well, he makes documentaries, but he's a political activist. Leans very left, very progressive, as I am. So these books, when I was 16, I used to. This is his newer book. I read all his books when I was younger in high school. I fell in love with the guy. He still does a podcast, and I was just listening to it before this. Very informative, very vital, very important. Yeah, we need universal health care. So yes, good find. Found this box set. This is Bally Kiss Angel. It's a BBC show. I snagged it up because, well, it was cheap and it had a young Colin Farrell there. So it ain't bad. I'll try it out. I don't know. This looks kind of bad. Worst case scenario, I sell it. So maybe I watch it, maybe I sell it. I don't know. Time out. Coffee break. Ah, it's bad. It's really bad. Oh, I found this for $2. Look at this little case here. Very odd. It's purple. I think I'm going to put records in it, but I put some of my other pickups in here. Oh, this was cool. We found it at the thrift. I don't know if it works. I paid $5 for it. I'm whatever. I've never seen this controller for the NES. It's the Mega controller. Look at that. So it looks like it has a bunch of different digital kind of functions. Rapid fire, slow-mo. You know, it's made by Bandai. So I'm trusting that it will be alright. Hopefully it works. You gotta like change the battery. It's a stupid setup if you ask me, but found a PS3 controller for $225. These things are like gold because these PS3 controllers shit the bed more than any other controller I've ever seen. Found an audiobook. We found this Earth, the audiobook from The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. I knew he did one called America, which I do have the book for that, but I didn't know there was an Earth version as well, so we snagged that up. Ordered this off Macari for $12. This is Superman, the complete animated series. Yeah, I missed out on this stuff. This is, I believe, from what, mid-90s? I do believe. Because it was the same time the Batman animated show was going on, too. So it was so cheap that I had to snag it up. Also found this. This was $3.75. This is the Bernstein Bears tin. I don't know if you can see that. Super cool tin. It looks like it's from 1987. Which is weird because I have a Pac-Man one back there too. Same cut, same design, just different branding on it. So, yeah, we'll stick something in there. I'll put my homies in there, I think. And the last snag off Macari. So when they did these Batman 66 McFarlane reissue figures, kind of, they did them last year. It was a short run. They went out of print and it became kind of hard to find. And the last one I needed for the whole set was this Batmobile, which is great. I paid $38 for this. I think it retailed for like $25, $30. So the markup wasn't terrible, but it's taken me months to find a good one at a good price. Yeah, it's gonna go with my set. I have the play set up there. I've got the core 6 figures plus the Batmobile. Not bad. So that's the haul right there, guys. We found some cool stuff, right? You know, some books, some toys. I feel good about it. It's a good way for a second to last Rebel Gaming Club episode, I think. What, you guys having any luck out there thrifting? It's insane. It's just everyone is so hip to everything now. Like it's not even about collecting anymore. It's just it's ruined it. Like it's totally ruined it for me, which is a shame. You know, it became about money. I think it's like anything else. You know, trends come and they go. I obviously there was a trend happening when I got into it 6-7 years ago. But it's on a whole different level now. You know, it was like brewing up in the underground. Now it's everyone's got a phone out just scanning every single item. Doesn't even matter what it is. So anything cool, the chances of me or my friend Lincoln finding anything at our thrift store, it's next to impossible. I'm not seeing CDs come out anymore. Yeah. Like you're seeing stuff that it's taken me literally a month to accumulate that much stuff. So it makes no sense to keep doing these episodes because we wouldn't have enough stuff. And I think with the new format, what I want to do is with Rebel Rock Records and More is what I think it's going to be called. I'm gonna pick up 2 or 3 records. They're not going to be probably from the thrift, maybe, but they'll be through. Probably ordering on Discogs, adding to my collection. And we'll just talk about some music and have fun discussions about them as I add to the collection. Because I've seen other record collecting channels out there, and I think they do some cool stuff, but I think there's stuff that could be done better. So we'll see. Hopefully we can bring the same kind of humor that the original Rebel Gaming Club crew brought. I'm hoping we can crew up again with some people that are passionate about collecting records and humor and good stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. We're going to start fresh. So I think that's about it, guys. Like I said, we got one more proper pickup next week from my buddy John, and then we are going to relaunch the channel. So till then, guys, do what you do, and toodaloo.
Nobody wants this piece of shit. Crap!